So to integrate uh, FPP into Home Assistant, what you need to do is you first need to set up your MQTT messaging for Home Assistant. Go into the FPP settings, MQTT. I'm assuming that you already have a MQTT broker. In this case, it's on my Home Assistant instance. The port, client ID, then you set up a topic prefix, which is what Home Assistant will listen for all the messages coming from your Falcon player. So enter your username and password for the broker host, and once you set up all this information, you'll get a list of what you need to start listening on, or what topics you can listen to through the MQTT messaging. So taking this list, we see that what the message is actually made of is, okay, you use the topic prefix, and then it goes Falcon player, and then this here is actually the host name of the device, the Falcon player that you're using. And from there on, it just has the standard messaging for whatever message it wants to send. Taking the information that we have, the message that's going to be sent, or the message topic that's going to be sent, what I did was I used a tool called MQTT Explorer. It's a free download. You can get it and install it. I don't know if it's good for Mac. I'm using Windows 10. And you can set up your message topic. So I'll copy right from here for right now so that we can see the messages that this particular device is sending out. And you want to put your hashtag in there because that's the wildcard for MQTT. Hit add, back, and connect, and immediately you start seeing topics coming through. And right here under this playlist is I'm sorry, under this playlist details is where you would get the information that we're looking for Home Assistant to tell you whether the system is running, stopped, what playlist is playing, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now we don't have anything playing. The status is idle. What I will do is I'll start my show. So the beginning, my beginning playlist for the night is always the start show. And immediately you will see that your active playlist data has got quite a bit more information in it, and you'll have that it's playing, the name of the playlist that's playing, the sequence it's playing, and this is updated every time something changes in Falcon. It will send an MQTT message, and this information gets updated. As you can see, you have the time elapsed on the sequence, how much time is remaining on the sequence, the name. If there's a song, as soon as this one's done, I will put in a musical sequence so that you can see the difference in the display and what it shows. It gives a lot of information. Okay, so that playlist is ended. Um, I actually added a new, or I put in a new playlist to play. This one has more songs. It's a regular one of my regular show playlists. So I'll hit play here, and immediately this updates. Media name, it's plain Sleigh Ride, the MP3 file. Media title is just same thing without the extension on it. My sequence name is Intermission, and it's part of the Linus playlist. So for my remote Falcon, what I did was I set up a separate playlist that I published to remote Falcon called Jukebox. And Jukebox has pretty much all the available play, or all the available sequences that they can watch for the year. So what happens when someone picks let me see how much time we've got left on this. Still got 55 seconds. When someone picks a song, it will change the sequence name from Linus to Jukebox, and then it will also update the media name, the sequence name, anything else, any other information that's in there. And that's what I'm using to trigger my Alexa notifications. So the intermission is over. It's switched over to the next song, Carol of the Bells. Information being published to the MQTT broker has been updated. Media name, Carol of the Bells. The sequence name, Carol of the Bells. Still, playlist is Linus. And also the status of the system is playing. And I use this status also as well when it starts at the beginning of the day or the beginning of the evening. I'll get a notification that the show has started. When the end sequence plays and it brings everything back to it ends the show, I get a notification that the show has stopped for the night. If between those two times this status changes from playing to idle, I get a notification that there's a problem with the show that I need to address. So once you've figured out how to get the information from Falcon Player, the other thing you need to do is set up your sensors in Home Assistant so that you can actually make sense of it. I gather a little bit of information here, the CPU temperatures for the different Falcon players that I'm running. The now playing is the song, and basically what you need to do is just grab the state topic of the that you get from this information over here, and then it returns the value from that state topic. So you can set up your different sensors and any data points that you want to retrieve from your Falcon player right here. The result of that kind of minimized here is I get my temperatures. My Falcon player status right now is on. Current playlist is Linus. Current song it's playing. The artist. I also exposed my Tune2 sign because I've just got a basically a dumb RGB choroplastic Tune2 sign that I'm using. So I've exposed that here. I can turn it on, turn it off. Home Assistant does all that for me rather than having to do some sequence or some effect in the Falcon player. At the same time, when the show comes on, when FPP status is showing on, it's turning off my post lamp and my exterior lighting. Any carriage lamps or anything that I have on that are run by Home Assistant, I can turn them off uh, as soon as the Falcon player starts playing for the evening. And once it goes off at night, Tune2 sign goes off, post lamp and carriage lights can come back on, and everything goes back to pretty much normal. So now what we'll do is we will go in here. We'll select a song. We'll select The Greatest Show. And there it goes. The Greatest Show is going to play next. We can come back over here. It's still going to play, continue to play the current song. And we'll wait for that to finish and then continue. So we have about 10 seconds left on this song before it goes into the next song that we had picked. And here we go.
Someone has selected The Greatest Show from the jukebox.
So once it changed over to the playlist name changed over to jukebox, it triggered the action to notify me via Alexa. That is done in Node-RED. You can do it in the Home Assistant automation using YAML. I kind of prefer Node-RED and JavaScript for a lot of this. It's just easier for me to handle, but whichever is easiest for you, you can do it either way. In this case, I have a node that tells when the current playlist has changed, and that just simply goes into feeds a function. Function gets the information. If the playlist is equal to jukebox, then it will send out the response for Alexa to tell me. And that's anytime a song has changed. So if if the next person selects a song and it goes from one jukebox song to the other to another jukebox song, you will still get notification that that it's someone has requested a song. And I guess that's about it. I do have a something that I'm working on where I get a little bit more information. Um, it was working last year. It stopped working for some reason this year. I haven't had a chance to debug it yet. I had been pretty successful with the show this year. We haven't had any problems, so I'm going to knock on wood and cross my fingers and hope I don't need it.